Very heavy rain and frequent lightning. So I know it's difficult to see. There's a lot of colors, but this orange box that's outlining basically from Sugar Land and moving into Bel Air is where we have that severe thunderstorm warning. Now, take a look at lightning strikes. They have dropped just a bit, but not by much. This is still a very strong storm. But as for those winds, yeah, they've bumped up at last check to 64 miles per hour. So this is just to the south of Sugar Land. But folks that are likely going to be getting in on the strong winds, Bel Air, inside the loop into Houston. You are next. Energy Park to the Med Center. So if I mentioned a neighborhood where you live and you wanted to get out and walk the dog, now is not the time to do so. We need to wait until this line of storms rolls through. Now, on top of the power outages, probably because of not just the winds, but also the heavy rain, just within the span of 30 to 45 minutes, we've been seeing more than 1.5 inches fall across portions of Fort Bend County. If you live on Galveston Bay, we're talking Seabrook, LaPorte, Baytown, even moving into Anahuac. Oh, yes, there's a few isolated thunderstorms, nothing severe, but still something that we're watching closely. So we have a Fox 26 storm alert for this afternoon and evening. In addition to this morning's round of storms, more are going to be likely and the potential for some street flooding. I'm going to have more details on the exact timing so that you can plan the rest of your weekend coming up in about 15 minutes. Walked by the door to outside our studios and she said it is pouring rain out. So if you live in Houston, in Sugar Land, even up to Jersey Village this morning, just stay indoors until this line of thunderstorms passes. We have several what we call special weather statements. You can see all the polygons popping up. That basically just means that we are just below severe criteria. Our one severe thunderstorm warning did officially end about 4 minutes ago, which is great news. But if you live in Bunker Hill, Jersey Village, like I mentioned, into Houston, Bel Air, the Heights, even up to Aldine, we are seeing not only heavy rain, very strong wind gusts, and a lot of lightning. There's a look outside. Wow. Thank you so much for pulling that up, Angel. This is right outside our Fox 26 studios. This is not something you want to be driving in. You can see how slow the traffic is, just how much lightning actually coming down from our friends at the National Weather Service. They said within a 5-minute time span, 5 minutes, there were 100 lightning strikes over Sugar Land alone. So that just shows that you got to stay inside if you can, and hopefully you'll just be hanging out with us on the air. We're looking at anywhere from 45 to about 50-mile-per-hour winds. So again, that's dropped below the severe criteria, but that's starting to move into Houston. And I've actually timed out this portion of the line of storms, making its way into Spring in about a minute, Bush Airport in 6 minutes, Galena Park in 14, and Humble in just shy of 20. So if you can, stay put while this rolls through. You live in Bay City, I haven't forgot about you. This cell in particular hasn't been moving much. It's not severe, but I wouldn't be surprised if you get a quick, probably 1 to 2 inches of rain. Now, all this is going to be kicking out to the east past Galveston Bay within the next, let's say, hour to hour and a half. Then we're going to be seeing quiet skies until thunderstorms begin to develop once again around midday. Then we're going to be seeing a wave of rain coming from the west. That brings an additional chance for some strong, if not severe, storms as we head into your dinner time hour tonight, and then some lingering showers going to be possible as we start your Sunday rather. But wow, just take a look at this lightning show. I feel like we could just leave this in the bottom corner of your screen and everyone would be glued to watching it. This is a ton of strikes. Like I mentioned, please try not to get outside if you don't have to. We'll wait till this passes, but another round rolling through. That's why we have a Fox 26 storm alert today, and then slightly lower rain chances as we head into your Memorial Day Monday. But make sure you guys stick with us. We'll have much more news and weather coming up after the break. What we call special weather statements. So all these light colored polygons that you see in your screen are thunderstorms that are just below severe criteria. But the new severe thunderstorm warning is now extending from Pearland to Manville, Alvin, Santa Fe, Seabrook, LaPorte, Baytown. You're just outside of it, but that doesn't mean you're not going to be getting in on the frequent lightning. We're looking at 171 strikes, and just about within the last hour over Sugar Land. And if you live there, you're probably nodding your head. Within a 5-minute time span, they had 100 lightning strikes. So these are very, very strong storms. It's not just the heavy rain and the lightning, but the strong winds within it, and ranging anywhere from 40 to about 50 miles per hour. Looks like the wind is pulsing down just a bit. That's great news. But let's take you up through Houston, from Bel Air into the Heights, Spring Valley, Aldine. No matter where you are through the Houston metro, we're getting in on the heavy rain and a ton of lightning as well. About 78 strikes there. Moving further further north up the I-45 corridor. So from the airport into Spring and now knocking on the door of the Woodlands. Not quite as much lightning, but you can see moderate to heavy rain is falling basically right down the I-45 corridor. So please keep that in mind. You live in Liberty County, Dayton out to Liberty proper. Well, we have a cell just to your southwest, and you can see the lightning starting to pick up here. So basically everybody's getting in on the intense thunderstorms. Just take a live look at one of our cameras out over Houston. I mean, we could just stand here and watch the hundreds of lightning strikes that will continue. The thing is, with the heavy rain, it's difficult to see. So we ask, if you don't have to be on the roadway right now, please don't. Just stay inside until this passes. I promise you it will, but likely another round, as we are looking at a widespread risk for severe weather. Yes, it's a lower 1 out of 5 risk, but you can see there's already been 2 severe thunderstorm warnings this morning and potentially another round a little bit later on this afternoon. That's why we have our Fox 26 storm alert in place. Something that I'm watching for very closely is our flood watch, which now extends across the entire viewing area. Already we've seen about 1 to 2 inches of rain just within the last, let's say, 1 to 2 hours, and potentially more on the way. So stick with us. Coming up in just a bit, I'm going to have more details on the exact timing of the rain so that you can plan your Saturday ahead. We did lose power. You're watching us on your cell phone on Fox Local. Most of that rain is now passing Houston as we speak, and you can see the clearing line here. So this actually is looking southeast. So everybody that's southwest of Houston is going to be seeing less lightning, but folks who live through Houston and then points east of that are still getting in on the lightning strikes. I mean, it's just so impressive to watch. Now, it's not a good time to be outside. I will mention that because we have been monitoring several what we call special weather statements, meaning that these thunderstorms are strong but just below severe criteria. So I've been tracking out this line for you. It's moving into Humble within the next 5 minutes, making its way into LaPorte in less than 10. Similar story in Atascocita and Baytown. You are up next. So we've been monitoring heavy rain and frequent lightning, but I want you to look at the strike count just in the view that you're seeing on your screen here. So again, this line extending from Pearland to Friendswood, League City to Santa Fe, heading toward Dickinson, Seabrook, and eventually into Baytown. We have about 100 strikes. That is significantly better than the more than 250 that we saw at one point. Taking you up through Houston, Jacinto City, it looks like folks who live, let's say, in the Med Center, just getting hit with light rain. That heavy rain is making its way up US 90 and even 69, heading into towards Splendora and Cleveland, and Liberty to Dayton and Kendrick. You are going to be seeing an increase in those lightning strikes as well. And then our friends who live just to the south and east of Danbury to Angleton toward the coast, this cell has been pretty much stationary. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do see some isolated street flooding there. Now, our high resolution models show that this is all going to be kicking out to the east through your 8 and 9 o'clock hour, and probably a little bit faster just with how quickly the motion of this storm is. And the interesting thing, our latest forecast model run actually shows things drying out just a bit by lunchtime. The problem with that is, see, there's going to be clearing. There's going to be a whole lot of sunshine, daytime heating. Guess what? When another round and line of thunderstorms rolls into a very warm and humid atmosphere, that's where we could be seeing additional strong to potentially severe storms later on this evening. That's why we have a Fox 26 storm alert. We wanted everybody to stay aware. The good news is I'm only looking at isolated storms on Sunday and just some spotty showers Monday. So if you have outdoor plans, I would say late Sunday, Monday is a good day to do so. Overall, we could be seeing an additional about 1 to 2 inches of rain. We are looking at a widespread flood threat today, but you can see as we continue into your Sunday and even Monday, the threat for any thunderstorms is going to be kicking out to our east and into Louisiana. So temps do stay warm, though. Please stay hydrated and stick with us on Fox Local. If there are any thunderstorms in your area, we'll be covering them on air as well as online.